Hello everybody, we're here with Tolito again to do another video. Thank you for your comments and your likes on the videos. There was a request to do a video why dogs pull on the leash. And there's several reasons why a dog would do that. So we're just gonna focus on a few tips that it can help. But when a dog pulls on the leash, literally he is the boss. So if you can't deal with that, it's better if you get a professional to help you with, because that is just a symptom of something else. So if you have a dog that is very reactive to the leash, whether because we get him excited or we start talking to him when we grab the leash, the first thing that you're gonna try to do is start grabbing the leash, put it on your hand, and just keep it there until the dog relaxes. Don't call them if he gets excited. Just wait for him to settle down like he is, lay down or even sit, and then you put the leash on him. We want him to relay the leash with being focused. If you have a dog that already follows certain commands, like come to you, and he sits and he waits for you to put the leash on them, then in those cases, well, you call the dog to the door and then you put the leash on, and always make a threshold on the door. So you ask him to sit, wait with the leash on him before you cross. You can do a feint, that's what I call it. Pretend that you're gonna start walking and see a reaction. If he starts to walk, trying to go in front of you, you pull him back, and don't walk if he starts pulling. Because if you start walking with it, you're agreeing with the pulling, and he's gonna keep doing it. In order to walk a dog, we need a tool. There's different types of tools and different types of results. So I'm gonna give you, on my experience, my recommendations. This is a harness. This is Tolito's harness. This tool is not the best because they have a lot of freedom on the neck. So if you have a dog that loves to sniff, loves to mark, or is very reactive to other dogs, traffic, or anything else, you're not gonna have any control over the head. The brain controls the body. If you don't have control over the brain, you don't have control over the body. So it's better if you use a training leash or a regular collar, depending on the dog. They're called shock collar. I prefer to call it corrector or a pressure collar, because what it does is pressure. See, and this is pretty much how it works. Let's pretend my hand is the neck of the dog. So at the beginning, what you just want, that's why you start slow, is the dog to try to get away, and then you just put a limit to it. See, this puts pressure on the neck. The moment he realizes that he is putting that pressure on himself, he's gonna release it. When you put in the pressure, then you're fighting with the dog. This is pretty much what they call an electric collar, vibration collar, whatever you want to call it. This also goes on the neck, and it gives them, this one gives a little electric shock, a little vibration, or even a little beeping. And with these things, and again, I do not recommend this for the regular use. This is a head collar or a gentle leader. This is meant for dogs that are very reactive to other things on the walk. You put this on the dog's muzzle, and this comes around the neck. And you have a ring here where you hold the dog, but this is a tool you don't want to use forever. It's just while you rehabilitate your dog or that type of behavior. It works, it doesn't work with every dog. It's better if a professional uses it, in my opinion, so that professional will know when will stop. See, he doesn't like it. There's one very important thing to remember. And a lot of times we fail to relate one to the other. The behavior at the house affects the behavior at the streets and vice versa. So if your dog doesn't practice basic commands to come to me, to sit, to wait in the house. So it's going to be impossible to do it on the walk. Also, don't let the dogs sniff too much, because then they get too obsessed with the sniffing around. So the dog gets overstimulated when he's walking, because there's a lot of dogs that mark. If your dog is a dominant dog and he senses another dog with the same temperament that is marking, he's going to try to do the same thing. If it's a female that is on heat, it's also going to bring a reaction to the dog. And on the walks, the general rule for me is this: if everything is going well and all of a sudden, for whatever reaction, it goes a different way, you stop until it goes back a little bit or way back to where it was to continue. Because otherwise, it starts increasing and increasing and increasing and worse and worse and worse. I don't get nervous, I don't start overreacting, because then he will overreact if I overreact. So be aware of that relationship you have with them, because as you feel, they'll feel. So the more calm you are, same for your dog. Bien, y si siguen los consejos y si trabajan con su perro todos los días, pueden llegar al momento en el que no necesiten una correa, no necesiten un arnés. Thank you everybody for your attention. Thank you for the suggestion on this topic. I know it's a bit complicated because pulling is just a symptom. We have to find out the reason behind it in order to fix it. But hopefully those tips will help you. Keep making suggestions, keep watching our videos, sharing them, and we'll talk about different topics. Just let us know which ones would you like to hear, and we'll be happy to do it. Y recuerden, mi consejo es: lo menos que puedas usar la correa, mejor. ¿Ok? Trabajen en eso.